when some people say Trump versus Sanders, they say what Donald Trump is or what Americans like so much about him, they should really more like about you. Do you think you should be in Donald Trump's position?
Should I be in Donald Trump's position? I think I do a better job, but I mean, I have young kids, and I think honestly that entrepreneurs can have more impact on this country and this world, and innovators can have more impact on this country and this world than the President of the United States.
Do you think the current administration celebrates entrepreneurship? We know they've done a lot to celebrate tech.
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I've met with President Obama multiple times, and I've been at different functions that they've had that definitely do celebrate entrepreneurship. Now, has he done everything possible to, make things better for entrepreneurs? No, of course not. But from the local level to the federal level, there's way too much administrivia that makes it hard and overburdens entrepreneurs. But that's a different topic for a different day.
But are we sending a mixed message? When Mitt Romney said corporations are people, he got vilified for it. But it is corporate America that creates jobs, provides health care, gives their employees.
It's more than that, right? Okay, so we take one element, a Gen Xer type approach or a baby boomer type approach, whatever it may be, to look at corporations and entrepreneurship. Kids today, millennials and Gen Z, look at it completely different. Today, and I think this is part of the attraction to Bernie Sanders, because you would think, why are kids so into somebody who's a self-proclaimed socialist? Because when you look at the most successful companies that come on Shark Tank, when someone comes on Shark Tank and they're a 20-something, inevitably, and I've invested in many of these companies, they have a social component to what they do. Right? So they've copied the Tom Shoes models one for one. I've got a company, Combat Flip-Flops, that I just invested in, and they educate Afghani women. They provide schooling for Afghani women. Our Riveter is another one of the companies. All these companies have these social components. I have a company, the Living Christmas Tree, that delivers Christmas trees, and all they do is hire veterans.
All right, but here's the thing. These companies, these entrepreneurs who come on Shark Tank, I watch you. You push them on profitability. Mm-hmm. One of the things we've seen in Silicon Valley, especially among millennials and their new world of the way they want to live and the way they want to work, these companies don't make money.
Right.
So here's the difference. So is this the time when these tech companies are going to start to fall off?
Okay, two things, right? You're talking about two completely different things. So there's the day-to-day companies that come on Shark Tank, definitely geared towards profits. But if you want to sell to millennials, you better have a social component. So when Mitt Romney talked about companies are people, corporations are people, I think it was pre-true social economics or socio-entrepreneurship that we're seeing now, because today, to sell to millennials, you better be helping somebody, because those are the brands, those are the companies that they want to buy from, right? So that's part one, right? So put that over here. That's outside of Silicon Valley for the most part. In Silicon Valley, they're in their own little world. They have insulated themselves. They have lost touch with reality. You've got kids, because they graduated from this school or that school with an idea, they get an $8 million valuation. They raise $2 million, keep 75% of the company, right? It's ridiculous, and I've been saying it for a long time.
So what's going to happen there?
They're getting written down to nothing. A lot of them are going out of business. Literally, if you invest in 95% of the Silicon Valleys that are coming out or have come out in the last year, the minute you write that check and it clears, you should write it to zero, because that's what it's worth. Really, these companies have no chance.
No chance.
Well, look, there's companies that are good, right? I'm saying 95% of them are done before they started out of the Silicon Valley. 5% are going to be amazing.